Wasn't gonna do this video, but then I was thinking like this might be one of the most important messages I could do. Plus, will just be something really interesting to look back on when everything plays out. But you know, today is the today's the 22nd of December, and so as you know, a lot of people, it's the time of the year a lot of people are buying gifts. And for some people, it's a great time of the year. And for some people, it's not that good of a time of the year. And, you know, growing up as a kid, I never understood, like, how could you not like Christmas? If, you know, saying that you're a person that typically celebrated it. And as you get older, you kind of realize, like, it's hard on people trying to have the funds to buy gifts for everybody. And it's a lot of pressure, you know. You could typically just say, hey, I don't have money right now, I can't go out, I can't go to the movies, I can't do this. But for Christmas, you don't really want to tell people that, especially people that you know are going to get you gifts. And so it just puts a lot of pressure and stress on people sometimes. And so, you know, what I wanted to do this message was like, I'm not perfect, I'm not there all the way either. And to be 100%, I was trying to buy some gifts today, and one of my credit cards wouldn't go through, and I looked at it and it was like maxed out. Looked at my bank account, it's almost gone too. So it's like, you know, I'm real close to, you know, my limit. And like I said, it's the 22nd, Christmas falls on the 25th. A lot of people still got bills to pay on the 1st of January, and you got New Year's in between there, you know, myself included, obviously. And so these can be a really hard time. And so I'm there with you guys, people that are struggling, that are broke, that y'all don't got no money, you're wondering if you're gonna make, you know, you're gonna make it. I'm right there with you guys, and I wanted to do this video to let you guys know, stick in there, keep going, man. Money is important, but at the same time, know where your goals are, know where you want to go. One of my goals is making an impact and changing the world around me, and changing the community and the people around me for the better, influencing people, motivating people, spreading knowledge, spreading love, spreading the love of God, spreading the love of Jesus, spreading the gospel. Like, that's the things I really care about. I don't sit around saying, man, I wish I had a lot of money so I could buy a Louis bag or a Gucci belt or a Tesla or a Mercedes, or buy the biggest house. Like, those things will be nice and those things will come once the money comes, but that's not what I'm focused on. My focus is on making an impact, and the money allows me to keep doing that. Because if I didn't have the money, what I would have to do is go get a job, and that's 8 hours out of my day that I can't put into my dreams. And so right now I'm broke. Y'all broke too. There's probably some other people out there that are like, man, check my bank account, probably don't even want to look at it. And so this message is more to motivate people out there that are feeling like giving in, like you're almost to your dreams, or you're almost, you know, you started but you're feeling, man, it's tough right now and you want to give up. It might not be for everybody. I'm not saying to be reckless or to not put thought into it, but at the same time, a lot of people give up right before their breakthrough. So if this video or this message, this podcast, however you're listening to this, could be motivation to keep you going, that's all I really want. That's all I want. So just keep pushing, push through it. You can do it. Also, I want people to look back on this a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now, and say, look, there's D being transparent. He didn't have no money, he stuck with it. And you know, we'll see how it plays out, but it plays out the way I think it's going to play out. And people can look back and say, hey, he didn't always have it together, he didn't always have money, he didn't always have mansions, he didn't always have cars, but he stuck with it. And that's what I want people to say. I don't want to wait until I'm there and then say, hey, you know, it used to be hard for me, because I feel like sometimes it's hard for people to believe that. But if you're watching it now, if you're witnessing it, then you know, and you can see, and you can say, hey, look, there he is. You know, he was talking about being broke, not having money, it being hard on the holidays, but you still stick with it. You figure out a way, you be creative, you gotta sell something, you gotta create a course, you gotta use a credit card, you gotta open a line of credit, you gotta ask somebody for money, you gotta go get a purchase. Like, there's so many options. But don't give up on your dreams, especially if your dreams is one to make an impact, because you giving up doesn't just affect you. Let's say, if for me, one of my goals is to spread positivity, love, knowledge, also help businesses with their social media to get more business and to get more money. Let's say I stop doing that. That could ultimately affect somebody else that I could have helped get more business, and so now they're not getting business. Now they might have to give up on their dreams, which means that they're not feeding their family, they're not feeding the people that work with them. Also, that business could have gave somebody else the outlet to take off. You never know where it's going to affect down the line. And so just know it's not all about you, and it's not all about the money. Just keep going, keep pushing, keep hustling. It's difficult, it's hard, but it's all mental. Money is just numbers, pretty much, when you think about it. It's numbers on a computer that tells you, you know, what you have. But people always say you can't take it with you, and so don't always focus on that. It's just mentally. I mean, sometimes you check your bank account and you get so stressed, and it's like, think about it. You weren't any better the day before. So just calm down, take a breather, and say, look, it's hard, but I'm gonna work it out. There's people in prison, there's people in other countries that have nothing, that have almost no chance of getting better. Chances are, if you're watching this YouTube video or listening to this podcast, that you can make some money, and one check can change your life. You can meet a millionaire, billionaire that really likes you, and they can change your whole life. So just stick with it. All my people out there broke for the holidays, or broke right now whenever you're watching this video, just stick it out. Keep pushing, man. It's hard, but you know, somebody has to do it. Somebody has to break through, and you want to be that inspiration to somebody else and say, look, I remember when I didn't have any money. I remember when things were hard for me, but now you see where I'm at. And that's almost the story of everybody that we look up to. They went from nothing to a whole lot. So if you want that to be you, just got to stay focused, got to keep grinding. Don't, you know, just expect it. Expect not to have that much money, and then go out there and be creative. You still got to work hard, and you still got to be hungry for the money, because without money you can't help a lot of people, can't do a lot of things you want to do in life. So just want to be some more, I know there's somebody else out there that needs to hear this, that's to that point where they're like, man, I'm feeling really, 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 really down. And I know not everybody has the self-confidence to push through it. And so I want to just let you know, yo, it's going to be okay. You're going to figure it out. You're going to work it out. You're going to find a way. A year from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're not going to be worrying about those 5 Christmas gifts you couldn't get, or that place you couldn't go out to eat, that car you couldn't buy. You're going to be saying, hey, I'm glad I kept pushing. Now I have more than what I need, more than what I want. So to all my people out there, just keep pushing, stay positive, stay motivated, keep hustling. Let's look back on this video, and let's say, hey, I remember when I was at that point, and I'm no longer at that point. I overcame it. Things happen to us, but going through it. People say they're going through something, but most people aren't. To go through it means that it happened and you went through it. You know, you overcame it. So make sure that's what's happening. Make sure that, yes, maybe in a tough spot, but you're going through it. You're overcoming it. Don't give up. You can do it.